Character is all the things that, I think the way the saying goes, it's what you do when nobody's looking. I always like to add, it's also what you do when everybody is looking. I think it's who you are, it's the values you live with, and it's how you treat other people. It's purpose-driven, being purpose-driven, and values-led. And I think Mark is a perfect person for this recognition, just because in the almost 30 years that we've been together, he's that every day.
You always knew that, when he talked to you, it came from a place of love. Some of his, interactions and conversations maybe didn't come across in the moment as being positive, but you always knew at the end of the day he had staff members' best interest in mind, he had his players' best interest in mind, and everything he did came from a place of love.
I think one of the unique things about Mark is the amount of success he's had as an athlete and as a coach, but he's maybe the most humble man I know. And so you would have no idea the success he has behind him when you interact with him, because he's going to interact with you in the same way he interacted with his players or with his students, and treat you with respect and demonstrate that character that we get to see every day. And you'd have no idea the magnitude that this person has had on so many athletes, so many coaches throughout the years, that we are a better school and a better community because of Mark Brook.
Probably one of the most influential people I have known in my time at Rocky Mountain High School. His kindness, his compassion for others. Wins and losses always take care of themselves, but building young men, boys into young men, is definitely a different scenario. Mark Brook's an expert at that.
Football ends for everybody, and it doesn't matter if you go on and play at the next level or get fortunate enough to play at the highest level. When it ends, the perspective that Mark always had was that this was about building young men for something much more than football. That was a fail if all we had done was teach kids football skills. Mark always had a very clear understanding of why we were spending so much time together and with these kids. And academics is a huge part of that. It is their future, more so than throwing a football. And so Mark's commitment to not just the weight room and off-season practices, but to prioritizing their academics, I can't imagine there are too many programs that set the kind of standard that he set.
I want people to know that he's very much about family. Not just his immediate family, but his family at work with his colleagues, the family and the relationships that he's built with his players. And that's something that we talk a lot about here at Rocky Mountain High School, but it's something that he lives, and he truly is a genuine person. When he asks you how you're doing, it's not just a conversation starter with him. It's something that he truly cares about. It's something that he invests in, and he wants to know how you're doing. It's not just a facade or a show. That's who he is. And I think that people that may not know him very well may kind of get that wrong about him sometimes. He's a pretty imposing figure from a physical standpoint, but once you get to know him, that's truly who he is.